Welcome back to another edition of Blood Feud Radio here on the Huge Pop Entertainment YouTube, Facebook, and Twitch channels, or wherever you get your podcasting needs later on down the road. If you're listening to this after the fact, we appreciate you. I'm just going to lead off with that. Appreciate everyone who stops in each and every week. So we decided that we're not going to do Brett versus Sean like we had originally thought. We figured that that's going to be something we can do a special episode of later on down the road. We're going to have a panel. We're going to have one side of the room is Brett, the other side of the room is Sean, and we can let him sort it out.
Sort it out? What a joke.
Yeah, what a joke. I would have put Sean over.
What are we doing instead, Matt? Let them know.
We are going with our prediction for Clash in Italy. A lot of people are really not on board with this. A lot of the fandom isn't very impressed with this card, since they're saying there's a lot of rematches, but sometimes those rematches are better than the originals. So we got to let things marinate. We got to let things cook, so to speak, and not be so cynical, right? We're not critics, we're fans. So let's...
I mean, the way you got to look at it, in my opinion, is the rematches that you didn't get on Backlash, you're getting some of those on this card. I mean, I know you're getting Roman versus Jacob, but that wasn't a WrestleMania match, so we're good. But then apart from that, the other matches, I'm down for. Like, I don't really count Saturday night's main event as a pay-per-view. To be honest, I thought that was very, very safe. So I didn't bother. I didn't even bother taking that as consideration because it's not a PLE. So let's do it.
Well, I'm glad, and this is something that, because you and I talked earlier this morning and made a couple adjustments to this show. Obviously, we're doing but my thing that I had that I really wanted to get out there, my opinion about Saturday night's main event, was a lot of people want to treat it as a headlining pay-per-view, right? They want, oh my God, it's on Peacock, it's by itself, it's the only thing Peacock has. It's a special event. To an extent, yes. What I view this generation's Saturday night's main event is like the early Attitude Era's In Your House shows.
Yeah. I mean,
you get what I'm saying?
Yeah. I mean, you've got to look at it from an international point of view as well. So, like, you guys have it on as like a special on Peacock or whatever. It's on YouTube for us. So, they ain't going to give away anything amazingly great for free. I understand that we had John Cena's retirement on one of these shows, but for the most part, I think they play it quite safe. I think it's a bit of a bridge between two different PLEs, and also I know it took place on a different night, but they're competing with AEW's Double or Nothing. I think that's the only reason why it was there. So,
I mean, I think AEW is finally figuring out. Oh wait, we're not going to compete. We're not going to counter program on purpose. Because I think AEW, there for a little bit, was doing that. I think they were kind of saying, all right, we're gonna counter. They were trying to compete, and then they realized, no, that's not what we want to do. We want to give them a different option.
that's what I'm saying. Like, but I think WWE are doing that
Yeah,
because
now they are.
I think WWE have something to prove against AEW shows because AEW has been killing it for the past year or so. I think WWE are now in the position they have to prove something to that. And if I'm being honest, I think they keep failing because every single pay per view this year for AEW has absolutely blown WWE's out of the water.
Fortunately, unfortunately, it's a double-edged sword. Unfortunately for WWE, that's good, or that's accurate. But fortunately for AEW, it's accurate.
Hell yeah!
Like,
competition creates cash, and it also creates, well, literal competition. So, WWE step the game up, I suppose.
I mean, here's the thing: like 83 weeks, right? I mean, do we have to really recap that?
No,
because I think hopefully what AEW is doing is creating another 83 weeks kind of situation where the WWE can say, "Oh shoot, they are producing better PLEs than we are. Let's elevate our guys more. Let's do more with them." Hopefully they get it.
I think we're currently in a universe right now where if AEW continues to create the content they're creating, we are in a world now where edgier content has sponsors that are willing to work with those kind of companies. WWE had the market and cornered the market because they were a safe family show. Well, you've got a situation here now where AEW are able to not do that, but still get the revenue if they would like to. I think the only thing that's stopping AEW at the moment is I don't necessarily agree with them having their own AEW network like they have the WWE network. I think they should push to get on a streaming platform like full time on Prime or get onto Disney Plus. Obviously, something like that. Like WWE has Netflix. I think AEW should push for that so it attracts more of a wider, more of a casual audience. And if that happens, I think there is a universe where AEW could start outperforming WWE with the stuff that they're producing right now.
Well, correct me if I'm wrong. I mean, HBO Max has the whole library for for AEW. Why don't? That's what I'm not understanding. Why they don't just say, "All right, HBO Max, let's work something out." You already have our library.
I have no idea. I thought it was a bit of an odd situation where they decided to create their own network because HBO Max is now available in the UK, so they could easily have that internationally. If they want to go down the route of having their own network, fine. Maybe prove me wrong. I understand it. Like, go ahead and do that. But I would work with an outside streaming platform that's already established if I was them.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely.
Just reach at the end of the day. It's a big reach.
So let's dive in to Clash. We have 5 matches on the card.
Yeah.
And it blows me away. The first 2 matches, from what I've understood, are going to be for free again on ESPN. Did we not learn? I don't understand this.
Did this not go over well in the US?
The first 2 hours, to me, okay. And no offense to AEW, their 0 hour runs that purpose. It gives more eyes on the product. I get it. And they put that on YouTube. I understand that wholeheartedly. I don't think WWE as a company needs a pre-show. And not matches on the pre-show. I think the pre-show should be them, just hammering home the points of the pay-per-view of the storylines, like making sure everyone and their brother knows that Jacob Fatu and Roman have the main event, or Oba versus Brock's going to be the main event tonight, and they're going to beat the living piss out of each other. in why this is going on and why Brock came back, because he apparently retired at Mania, but hold on, no, I didn't. I'm back. I'm going to beat Obafemi's ass. Tell us more about why Rhea and Jade have beef. Like, allow the casual fans to understand the storylines and hopefully try to get them more invested. That's what a pre-show should be. That's what they should have on ESPN. And then instead of giving the matches away for free or whatever, let the matches be the headline of the night on the app.
Yeah. Like, coming from an international fan, I don't experience this because obviously it's all on Netflix for me. But I mean, maybe there's like a financial or a business reason why they're doing this. Like I said, to attract more people. Okay, fine. But apart from that, I can't really think of a reason. I don't see the point. WWE pre-shows are boring as it is. They already have a pre-show before this ESPN 2 matcher thing that they do. So it's a lot. It's a lot for like a 5-card pay-per-view. They really like to stretch and extend it in different ways, don't they?
So at that point, if you look at it, so the first 2 hours or the first hour of the show, your first 2 matches, or the first hour of the show is on regular ESPN. So there's only 3 matches after that are on the app alone.
Yeah.
And one of those first 2 matches is Cody versus Gunther.
Is it really?
That's what it's showing here.
Okay. I didn't expect that. I didn't look at this card. I always just assumed it was going to be Brock over Becky Sol. So that surprises me.
Well,
I mean,
I hope I'm wrong here, but on the website I'm on right now, it has Cody Gunther.
I believe you. I just like, because it's the world title match, I just thought it would be on the main thing. So I believe you. There's, you're right.
If it's not, it's going to be Oba Brock, because Brock doesn't do mid card. We all know that.
No, he doesn't. No, he's either on last or on first.
Yeah.
So Gunther Cody, yeah. This is. I don't want Cody to win. I'm bored of his title reign. I'm bored of Cody. I've been bored of Cody. He should have never won the title back from Drew so quickly. For me, it being on regular TV tells me that Cody is probably going to win this. Just for the fans to be like, yay, Cody, we know him and he won, yay. I do think they should feed into this storyline of Royce Keys being involved in some sort of way. But at the same time, I think they should also feed into the fact where Gunther could turn around to Paul Heyman and say, you technically didn't get me this title match because I had to then fight for the contract. So you still owe me a favor. My favor is I want Brock at SummerSlam. That's the way I'd go about it. But as far as the match goes, I would like Gunther to win, but I think Cody's going to win. What do you think?
I'm right there with you. I think it would be an absolute waste, in my opinion, to not put. Okay. It goes back to it's Vince booking 101, I guess. Vince would say Hogan must pose. Well, what does Paul say? He says Cody must whoa. You know, it sucks. It really does, and I'm a Cody guy, and I do. I enjoy Cody, but I'm growing tired of him.
He's just not being booked in the right way.
He's not. He needs to turn heel. They need to turn him heel.
Yeah, like his heel persona is so just dead in the water, and I mean, it did wonders for Roman. Why can't it do wonders for Cody? You know, but I don't know. Like either turn him heel or give him like an anti-hero tweener kind of vibe. I don't know. I'm sick of this sort of enough, enough like thing that he comes out
Yeah.
and does. And like I'm easy to find but hard to beat. Bullshit. Just shut up, dude. I don't care. Like I'm over it. So yeah, Cody must woe, I suppose. But yeah, do you think Cody's gonna win?
Yeah, I think Cody's going to win. Because it's on the first hour. It's on free television. You have the top
That's
baby.
exactly what I think.
You have the top baby face in the company against an indestructible. And then that's the thing. Like, I think the only smart way to do this is to have Gunther have. If Cody loses, you can have Cody lose, but via disqualification or
Yeah, shenanigans,
something along
basically.
that lines. You cannot have Cody beat Gunther clean.
Again, like
Yeah,
this
you
will be the
can't do
second
that.
time. Yeah, because this will be the second time that Cody would have done that.
Yeah, you can't do that because that takes away a lot of the credibility for Gunther. Because Gunther, in a span of a year, Gunther's dropped one to Sami Zayn and Cody.
Well, Sammy and then Jay and then Cody. If this happens, and like I said, I think there needs to be some shenanigans. I think Royce Keys maybe needs to get involved, or the MFTs, or just something. Just do something so it's not clean and it keeps Gunther strong.
Yeah, that's the only way you can do that.
Yeah, for real.
Actually, that's what that is. I was trying to figure out what this was. It was sitting right here, and I was like, "What the hell's in my background?"
Oh.
So next up on the list, they have Rhea versus Jade for the women's championship. It's a callback to Mania.
Yes.
It's two people who I don't know if this match needed to happen.
Agreed.
But Jade gets her rematch, her obligatory rematch. I understand. I don't like it. I think it's dumb. But I will say that I think you have to have Rhea win, right?
You see, I want Rhea to win. I have a massive feeling that they're going for the straight fucking hot potato. You know, I think they're going to put the title back on Jade. I really do.
Then do it all over again. Do Jade Rhea 3 at SummerSlam and just fucking call it a series.
I think that there is going to be involvement here, and I think in some kind of way, Charlotte is going to cost Rhea the championship, maybe accidentally or not, because they're going about this whole Charlotte and Rhea are allies but not allies, but they have to be allies because of B-Fab and Meechim and all that sort of stuff. I think them two are going to try and help Jade. Charlotte and Alexa are going to be like, oh hell no, like, you know, I will come and help Rhea. Something is going to happen in this match where I think Rhea's going to lose the title dirty and Jade's going to get it back. But I think it's going to result in either Charlotte getting a title match against Jade or Charlotte having a feud with Rhea. I think that's going to be the case. And Alexa's going to be the fucking woman in the middle.
Okay.
I don't want it to be like that. I just want it to be a straight up Rhea retains, Charlotte goes after the title. I don't even mind how many times Charlotte and Rhea have faced each other. It really doesn't bother me because they always put on bangers. So give me another Charlotte and Rhea. That doesn't bother me at all. But I do think Rhea might be dropping the title back to Jade.
I mean, I hate that the fact that they might do that.
Yeah, I know, right?
Like, it shows you that, like, are we not? Because who's the longest reigning women's champion right now?
Who's the longest women's? What currently in WWE?
Yeah.
Well, it can't be Rhea or Liv because they've equally had it for a month. Becky won it at WrestleMania as well, so it isn't her. The US champion is not Tiffany Stratton because she won it after WrestleMania, am I right? Or did she win it the week before WrestleMania?
I think she was the week after.
Right, okay. So I think it might be Tatum Paxley, the women's North American champion.
She's had that thing for quite a while.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Like, she's had it for a minute because it isn't the women's tag team champions. Again, they won it at WrestleMania. Lola Vice won the NXT Women's Championship at Stand and Deliver. I think it's Tatum Paxley. I think she won it back off Izzy Dame at Vengeance Day or whenever that was, and I think that was February.
Okay, so, and they've had so many title changes over the last 5 months.
Yeah,
on the main roster, I don't understand. Like, are we not doing long-term booking for the women, or is it just for the men?
Well, that's what I mean. I mean, up until WrestleMania, it was Stephanie McCurve because she won it back at WrestlePalooza, I believe. But after that, like I said, I'm sure it's Tatum Paxley, and that her title reign has lasted about 4 months, maybe 3 months.
I would love to see, but that's on the other show. I would love to see Stephanie return and like screw somebody over.
So would I. I hope she gets better soon.
Yeah. Yeah, I guess it's a coin flip for me on Jade Rhea. Like, I can see them going both ways with it, unfortunately. I'm with you. I want Rhea, but I think it's going to be, it almost has to be Jade at this point.
So are you going with me with Jade? Have I changed your mind? Yeah.
Unfortunately.
Yeah. Match 3.
Match 3 is Tribal Combat World Heavyweight Championship. Roman versus Jacob.
Okay.
These are your boys. This is the family. I even wore this today because of this match. I have a Bloodline t-shirt on.
Well, I don't have a Bloodline t-shirt on, but I'm wearing the red. So, that stands for the boys right there. This is really difficult for me. And it's not because I like anyone over anyone else. Simply because my brain and my heart are working against my logic. Because I really want Jacob to win this. I want to see a dynamic where Roman has to acknowledge someone for a little bit, and that's why he goes away. Because I know he's going away for a little bit, I believe, in like the next month or so, right? So there's no point in him like retaining this tribal chief persona right now. I think Jacob like leads the bloodline with a bit of chaos for a couple of months, which sounds really fun. First of all, I can imagine like Jay like harmonizing really well with Jacob Fatu in terms of being like a psycho like in the bloodline. Like Jacob's version of the bloodline sounds great. And Jimmy like being forced to work with Jacob and Jay like because bloodline etc. So I'm gonna go with Jacob on this. I really am, and I don't know how they're gonna write off Roman. I don't know whether he's gonna leave out of embarrassment, like he's gonna go in exile for a little bit, whatever. But I really want Jacob as the tribal chief for a little bit. And I just think that'd be really interesting. Like, flip the switch. Like, shake it up a little bit. Have Jacob be the tribal chief. I'm down for that.
Now, I'm going shenanigans on this. Because it's tribal combat, right? Anything can happen. There could be all sorts of fuckery on this one.
Damn straight. Anything goes.
I am going to say we see a new member of the bloodline emerge.
Mm-hmm.
I think we see the debut of Zilla Fatu.
Oh, that would be nice. That would be interesting.
And he helps Jacob.
Yes. Fantastic.
And Jacob wins. Because
that'd be great.
That's how you write Roman off. That's how you get Roman. You just have basically at the end Zilla and Jacob standing over Roman, just beating the brakes off of him and just killing him. Just beating the brakes off of the tribal chief.
I'm down for that. Totally down for it. Let's do it.
And then Roman can go do his movie stuff or whatever he likes to do.
Yeah.
Make another baby. I don't know. Make another part of the bloodline.
Oh, God. He's already got 5 kids. It's insane.
That's what I'm saying. He's got his own bloodline. He's got his own, like, tree of the bloodline. Like, his family tree is like a bush.
Dude, my guy puts in the work as well. He's got 5 kids, yeah? And 4 of those kids are 2 sets of twins. It's insane.
Yeah. Well, the twins run in the Anoa'i family, I believe. Like, I think there's twins all over the place on that in that side of the family.
You've got the Usos as well.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I think, doesn't Jacob have twins?
I think he's got twins too.
Yeah. So I mean, dude, that bloodline is so fucking strong. It's unbelievable.
I want to like the bloodline. I want to see all gas, no brakes bloodline.
It'd be interesting, right? I'm not just saying that. But yeah, it'd be cool.
I think it would be. I think it would be exciting. It would be fresh. It wouldn't. And no offense, I know you're a huge Solo guy, but I think Jacob's bloodline would be so much better.
I would like a situation where we have a full on, and I'm trying to make a big video about this from a TikTok, so I don't want to go too much into it, but there is a scenario where I would like Jacob to then go over to SmackDown with Zilla and maybe Jay and say to Solo, Tama, and Tolla, like, fall in line. And then that starts off a feud, dude. And then I'm gonna tell you right now, I think Jimmy then goes away. He doesn't agree with what Jacob is doing. I think you should take Jimmy off TV. And then Jimmy down the line comes back with Roman. And you literally had this man signed last year, re-sign him, have him come back with Lance and Anoa'i.
Oh, yeah.
Dude, have him like trios wars, dude. That would be great. And then because obviously like different like factions align, you could have a situation where I don't know, Tala sees Jacob as like the stronger guy, so he goes and enforces for Jacob. Jay feels a bit of sympathy there towards Jimmy, so he goes and hangs a background with Roman. Lance is like, oh, screw this. I felt like an outcast because I got fired from WWE. Tama Tonga also felt a bit of dissolution from Solo, so them two go off together. Like the alliances keep switching up. I think that would be really cool, and I think it would work. And also, I tell you what else you could do, because Jacob is this like all gas no brakes like leader who's just causing absolute chaos. Could have a situation here where Solo turns to Roman and says, we're both leaders of our families, and we need to put our differences aside that we've had in the past and take care of Jacob. And have those two team up. Like, it would be great. Like, it would be cool as hell.
You could also have that same dynamic with, all right, we're going to finally, at the end of the day, we could potentially see Jacob and Solo say, all right, we're done with Roman. Roman's the old head here. We're the young guys. We're the guys who helped him get to that point.
Absolutely.
let's put him to rest. Let's put him out to pasture. He's no longer the head of the table. We are the table. Like, it's us now.
I absolutely agree. Like I say, there could even be a scenario where Tama joins Jacob. Because if you think about it, like if you was to bring back Lance, or Zilla could even work in this situation because he's never been signed because he was seen as like a loose cannon, maybe. You could have a situation where, let's just say, Tama, Jacob, and Zilla are all working together because we were the outcasts. They're like the NWO Wolfpack. Like they were the outcasts of the family. So they should all work together.
Absolutely.
There's so many directions you could take it.
There's so much you can do with it. And it's...
Yeah. Dude, it could be a resurgence of the blood. Everyone says the bloodline's boring now. None of this sounds boring to me. That all sounds great. That all sounds amazing. Do it. Why not? Do it. Take a chance. Be brave and book some cool bloodline shit.
I mean, I wasn't even a huge bloodline guy. Like, I thought it was cool when it was just the three of them, the three cousins. That was my favorite variation. When they were just running roughshod off over everybody. Like, they were winning titles and just not giving a shit. That was my favorite. And because that was the same Usos that were Uso Penitentiary Usos. I love that.
You're talking like 2016 Usos, yeah?
Yes, I love those Usos.
Yeah.
Tremendous.
They're my favorite version of the Usos as well, for the record.
So I think we're in agreement for another one. It's Jacob winning. Jacob gotta be.
Screw it. Do it. Be brave. Next
up, we got Becky Lynch versus Sol Ruca for the Intercontinental Championship. It was a rematch of Saturday night's main event. So they needed another. What it is they needed another match for Italy, and they're like, "Fuck it, we need a women's match, so might as well be the man and Sol Ruca."
Yeah, and I mean, I feel like this doesn't need much conversation. It has to be Sol, right? Just put the title on Sol at this point. Like, she got beat up and screwed over at Saturday night's main event. Just give her the title. Why not? Like, she's good enough. She's good enough to carry a championship. She's proven that multiple times in NXT. You might as well give it a fresh face. Becky's there to put over the younger talent. She likes doing that. Give her Sol Ruca the championship. See how she does. It can't be any worse than what happened with Maxine Dupree. So just do it.
Yeah, I agree. I think Sol's got to win this time around. And I think maybe even... I feel like Aubrey Edwards is going to actually do something this time instead of just taking on a bump. I think Aubrey's going to do something to get involved more. Not necessarily caused.
Oh, do you mean Jessica Carr?
Yeah, I'm sorry. Why am I bringing Aubrey Edwards over from AEW? Maybe that's because I want her.
Brother, and like.
I'm sorry, Jessica Carr. Wow, I'm an idiot.
Like, you totally threw me off. Then I was like, wait, Aubrey? Wait, is she WWE? I was like, I don't remember.
Jessica Carr. That's on me.
Yeah, it's all good.
No, I think Miss Carr will get involved.
Maybe
not. I think because that little dynamic they have with each other, Becky and Jessica, it's been a slow build. People like these slow builds, but I think it's time for the payoff.
I agree. Like, I mean, maybe put them two in a match together. I wouldn't mind seeing Jessica Carr versus Becky. Like, Jessica Carr's learning how to wrestle, you know? She's on Evolve.
Yeah.
Sometimes. So, do it. Actually do it. Like, it doesn't even have to be on a pay-per-view. Just do it on Raw or something.
Yeah. But I'm going to go Sol Ruca as well. You got to.
It's got to be Sol. If it isn't, then what are we doing? What are we doing with Sol Ruca if it's not going to be Sol Ruca at this point, right? Like,
you might as well bury her at that point. The only way Sol loses, and I'm going to put this out there, because it's we talked about this earlier, it's rumored. It's 100% rumor, no substance to it, that Nikita Lyons is joining the main roster.
God forbid.
There's people that will love it. Most people will hate it.
What a joke. I would have never put her over.
But I think she's the only thing that would be able to make it so where Becky wins. I think there'll be interference from someone to help Becky. That's the only way and Becky gets DQ'd. That's the only way Soul loses.
Yeah.
If Soul loses because of that, you're going to see Soul Ruka versus Nikita Lyons or whoever helps out. And that's the only way you can keep the title on Becky, but set something else up for Soul.
Yeah. And do you know what? That would be such bullshit if that happens. Not because it's Nikita Lyons, but just because, again, what are we doing with Soul? Like, I feel like she's been just totally nerfed since she's come up. I mean, I'm not going to overreact. I'm not going to be one of these people and go, "Oh, she's buried" and shit like that. No, it's way too early to say. But we could have started off a little bit stronger.
Yeah.
I'm not saying that they've done her completely dirty. I mean, they've had her in the ring with Io Sky, which was a great match. I didn't mind that she lost that. Just don't let the wheels fall off. That's all I'm saying. Just give her the title. Just let her have it. See what happens.
And like I said, I've said this a couple times this past week. When I watched her on Main Event on Saturday, she reminded me of a younger Lita. And it was nice to see someone kind of with that old style. You know what I mean? Like she just had but she suffocates herself, like we talked on the phone earlier today. She suffocates herself, and she doesn't let her moveset breathe.
Yeah, she needs to calm down a little bit.
Yeah.
I think that's the point that we both came to, right? Before we were just like, she's great, just she needs to breathe a little, calm down. Yeah. I'm not saying slow down, but I think it comes with just experience. I mean, we've got to remember she's only been doing this for 4 years, which is very impressive as it is. But yeah, just let her have a couple of dubs. Maybe give her the title. See what happens. What's the worst thing that could happen? And yeah, in time, she'll learn. She'll learn to let her moveset breathe.
So either the main event or the leadoff match will be this one: Oba versus Brock Lesnar. I don't know right now. I'm mixed emotions about this match.
Same. Simply because, by the way, I don't want to see this again. So I don't want this to be the rubber match. I don't want to see a rubber match. I don't want to see this again. So for that very reason, I want Oba to win.
Yeah.
I don't think there needs to be a third match.
No.
Yeah, like Oba, just take him into King of the Ring, maybe. But again, I don't want to see him have the title. I don't think he needs the championship at SummerSlam. If you want to give him it, fine. I don't think he needs it yet. But he needs to be done with this Brock feud because it's done him wonders so far. I don't think we need 3 matches out of this. I really don't.
No, I don't think so either. And unfortunately, I think they're giving Oba the Cody Rhodes treatment, if that makes any sense.
Yes. I just don't think he needs to. I think it would do more for his aura if he beats Brock twice in a row.
Yeah.
I think that does way better for him than having him lose and then win later on down the line. I just think if he smashes Brock twice in a row, and then Brock's like, I don't know, goes against Gunther at SummerSlam, which is what we all want.
Yeah.
Have Gunther retire Brock. Like, it's not that hard. Like I say, Gunther could turn around to Paul and say, You still owe me a favor because I had to get that fucking world title match by myself. Like, give me Brock. I want to retire Brock. That should be it. It's as simple as that. I don't want to see this versus over again.
I agree wholeheartedly. I mean, I think it's a sweep. These all 5 matches. That's the one thing that I don't like about these smaller pay-per-views is that we think so much alike that there's nothing. Our difference don't. Our thoughts never differ really on these smaller ones.
And that's cool, man. I don't even mind that because like I think it's more logical thinking. I don't just turn around and say I want this person to win because so and so. I don't try to say anything controversial. I just look at the card and think this is how it should be. That's it.
and you know, we all if you've watched wrestling in any capacity for the last like 30 years, you know, or consistently for the last 20 years, you can kind of figure out what's going to happen next.
Yeah.
Now, whether or not it happens the way you think it's going to happen, it still gets to the spot where you know what's going to happen next.
Oh yeah, because the companies as big as this have a tendency to intentionally do something dumb just to swerve the marks, like, and it's the wrong decision, and they're literally cutting their nose off to spite the face.
Yeah.
Literally just to swerve people who know what's going to happen. Better or for worse, whatever. Do whatever you want, but it's your company. But I do think that what we've said are the right decisions. We're getting some title changes, which is the opposite of what we had at Saturday night's main event. So that ticks a box for some people. I think certain people winning, like we've just said, create some interesting storylines heading into Money in the Bank and SummerSlam. Or the other way around this year. Yeah, like I just think that this should be the jump off point for certain cool storylines to be starting. We know that certain people are going away. Maybe just have a safe card, but in a different way than Saturday night's main event, where everything just stays the same. Because that's not safe. That's just boring.
Yeah. 100% agree. Now, here's the programming announcement going forward, ladies and gentlemen. If you've been watching our show over the last six months ish, we've done lists. We give our PLE predictions. Rhys and I have developed an idea. We're kind of borrowing an idea from other podcasts. A lot of them actually do this, and we thought this was a very good idea. And we're jumping on a trend, so to speak. We don't typically jump on trends. We typically set the trends, if you will. And this one, I think we're going to bring this one to the forefront. And it's the Blood Feud Draft. Each week we're going to have a topic. And we're going to have a draft of that said topic. Next week's episode will, at the end of the episode, we will give our top 5. We will have a draft of the top 5 best luchadors that wore masks.
Yeah.
Very specific. Originally, it was going to be top 5 masked wrestlers, but then we figured, well, the best luchador wrestler that wore a mask was Kane. So
with the Hurricane Ranas, so we just didn't think it was fair to put just masked wrestlers because someone could just turn around and go, okay, Vader, Undertaker wore one in '95. Kane wore them. Give me my luchadors. Give me my true masked wrestlers. Give me the guys that do it for a sacred living.
Yeah.
I've seen this on certain podcasts. Do you know what? Not necessarily seen it on a lot of wrestling podcasts, which is why I thought it was interesting. So I thought, like, with combined with what we do in terms of nostalgia, and we look a lot into the past as well, which people enjoy. I thought this would be a great idea because obviously we're going to be looking into the past for certain great luchadors, combined with maybe possible people that are still going now. Who knows? So I thought this would be cool to bring it to BFR.
Absolutely, and I'm Rhys. This was Rhys's idea. I will give that to him 100% on this one. He brought that to me this morning. I thought that was probably the best idea we've had. Next to our list, I mean, the list and the draft really kind of go hand in hand.
Yeah.
So again, we didn't have any action in the live chat, which is not necessarily disappointing. I understand that it's 2:00 in the afternoon U.S. time, that we don't get a lot of traffic locally. But I do want to appreciate everyone who does stop by, show some love, likes our videos, and that kind of stuff. Again, we're going to be back next week, same time, 2:00 Eastern Standard Time, 7:00 over there across the pond. And again, guys, thank you again. Enjoy wrestling this weekend. Enjoy Clash in Italy. For us Americans, we get 2:00 in the afternoon wrestling instead of 7:00 at night wrestling, and you get it at the normal time. So
we get it at 7. Like, I mean, Italy have it at 8. UK gets it at 7. That's even better. I'm really excited.
Absolutely. So again, guys, I just want to say thank you. Thank you, Rhys, again. Appreciate you.
Always.
And we'll see you guys next time.